where we uncover hidden treasures in everyday pocket change. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1967 Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This small copper coin might look ordinary to most people, but in the world of coin collectors, even the most common coins can hide valuable secrets. So, make sure you watch till the end because we'll reveal just how much your 1967 penny could be worth in today's market. Let's begin with a little background. The 1967 Lincoln penny is part of the famous Lincoln cent series that first began in 1909 to honor America's 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, and his initials VDB were initially placed on the reverse of the 1909 coin, then later moved to the obverse near Lincoln's shoulder. Now, let's fast forward to 1967. This year was right in the middle of the coin shortage period of the 1960s, and the U.S. Mint made some unusual decisions. In 1965, the Mint removed mint marks from coins to discourage coin hoarding. So if you've got a 1967 penny, you'll notice something missing. There's no D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco. All 1967 pennies were produced without mint marks, even though they were struck at different mints. In total, over 3 billion Lincoln pennies were made in 1967. That's a massive number, which means the coin is considered common in circulated condition. But don't let that fool you. Some specific 1967 pennies are worth much more than face value. Here's why: collectors often look for coins that are in exceptional condition, especially uncirculated or mint-state grades. If your 1967 penny has a bright luster, no scratches, and sharp details, it could be a mint-state coin, and those bring a much higher value. Now let's talk numbers. In circulated condition, a 1967 penny is generally worth 1 cent to about 5 cents. But when you move into higher grades, the value increases. A Lincoln penny from 1967 in mint state 65 red condition, that's a well-preserved coin with full red copper color, can sell for anywhere from $5 to $15. Depending on market demand and condition, but that's not all. Some rare 1967 pennies have errors that make them even more valuable. Let's go over a few of those. Number 1, double die errors. A double die error happens when the coin is struck twice with a slightly different alignment, creating a visible doubling on the letters or numbers. These are rare but highly collectible. If you find a 1967 penny with doubling on the date or the word Liberty, it could be worth hundreds of dollars or more, depending on the severity and clarity of the error. Number 2, off-center strikes. If the coin was not properly aligned during striking, it may appear with part of the design missing or off the edge. A dramatic off-center 1967 penny could be worth $50 to $150 or more, especially if the date is still fully visible. Number 3, die cracks and cuds. Sometimes, the dies that strike the coins develop cracks or chunks break off. This results in raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin. While minor die cracks are common and not worth much, large or dramatic ones can catch the eye of collectors and raise the value to $10 to $100, depending on how noticeable they are. Number 4, struck on the wrong planchet. This is extremely rare, but if a 1967 penny was accidentally struck on a dime or foreign planchet, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So how do you know if your 1967 penny is valuable? Start by checking its condition. If it's shiny, uncirculated, and red in color, it's already more desirable. Look closely at the lettering and date for signs of doubling. Inspect the edges and the overall shape of the coin for off-center strikes or other abnormalities. If you think you found something special, it's always a good idea to get your coin graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies will certify your coin's grade and authenticity, which can dramatically increase its value to collectors. Let's recap. A regular 1967 Lincoln penny in circulated condition is worth about 1 to 5 cents. A high-grade uncirculated red penny could be worth up to $15 or more. Error coins, such as double dies, off-center strikes, and wrong planchets, can be worth anywhere from $50 to several $1,000s depending on rarity and condition. So next time you're going through your change jar or wallet, don't overlook those old pennies. Your 1967 Lincoln cent might be worth much more than you think. Keep your eyes open for those rare errors and pristine coins. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins hiding in plain sight, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We post regular videos that help you uncover hidden coin treasures right in your pocket. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck! Where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins hiding in plain sight. If you've ever looked closely at the change in your pocket or a jar full of old pennies in your home, you might just be holding on to a small fortune. Today, we're talking about a coin that many people overlook, the 2001 Lincoln 1-cent penny. Don't let its ordinary look fool you. Some of these pennies are worth much more than just 1 cent. So let's uncover the story, the errors, the mint marks, and the current market value of the 2001 Lincoln penny, and why collectors are eager to pay top dollar for the right one. First, let's talk about the design. The 2001 Lincoln penny features the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, or the obverse. This design by Victor David Brenner has been used since 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. On the reverse, or back side of the coin, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday. This design was used until 2008, making the 2001 penny one of the later examples before the series switched to the Lincoln bicentennial designs in 2009. Now let's get into the details that make the 2001 Lincoln penny potentially valuable. The first thing collectors look for is the mint mark. In 2001, these pennies were produced at two major U.S. mints, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint have no mint mark, while those from the Denver Mint are marked with a small letter D under the year. Both versions are very common, billions were made. But not all 2001 pennies are the same, the real value lies in errors, varieties, and high-grade coins. Let's start with error coins. Some 2001 Lincoln pennies were struck with mistakes during the minting process. These rare errors can turn a 1-cent coin into a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Here are some of the most sought-after errors on 2001 pennies. Number 1. Double die obverse or reverse. This happens when the coin is struck more than once with a slight shift in the design, causing a doubling effect. You might see doubling on the letters in the word liberty, the date, or the word in God we trust. This kind of doubling can make your coin very valuable, especially if it is bold and easy to see without magnification. Number 2. Off-center strike. In this error, the coin is not perfectly aligned when it is struck, causing part of the design to be missing. A 2001 penny with a 10 to 50% off-center strike and full visible date can sell for over $100 or more, depending on the condition. Number 3. Clipped planchet. This is when part of the coin's edge is missing due to a miscut blank planchet. These errors are very collectible and usually sell from $20 up to $150 depending on the size and shape of the clip. Number 4. BIE error. On some 2001 Lincoln cents, you might notice a small raised line between the B and E in Liberty. This is called the BIE die break error, and while common, it's still collectible and can be worth a few dollars, especially in uncirculated condition. Now let's talk about condition and grading. A 2001 penny pulled from circulation might only be worth face value. But a penny that's never been used, known as uncirculated or mint state, could be worth much more. Grading is done on a scale from 1 to 70. The higher the number, the better the condition. Coins graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are considered investment grade and can be worth significantly more than face value. For example, a 2001 D Lincoln cent graded MS67 read by PCGS has sold at auction for over $200. A 2001 Lincoln cent without a mint mark in MS68 red condition has fetched upwards of $500. These are high-quality coins with sharp detail, full luster, and no major marks, and collectors are willing to pay big money for them. So how can you find one of these valuable coins? Start by looking through rolls of pennies from the bank, or dig into your old coin jars. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the date, mint mark, and details. Look for errors, check the centering, and see how much shine or luster the coin still has. If you think you have something special, consider sending it to a professional grading service for authentication and grading. Let's summarize what we learned. The 2001 Lincoln penny is still a common coin, but certain examples can be worth a lot of money. Look for mint errors, especially double dies, off-center strikes, and high-grade uncirculated coins. Coins in top condition with rare errors can sell for hundreds of dollars or more on the current market. Before you spend that old penny, take a second look. You might be holding a valuable piece of American coinage history right in your hand. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a new upload. Have you ever found a rare penny in your change? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, happy coin hunting! In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 2007 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin you might just have in your pocket or tucked away in an old drawer, but which could be worth much more than 1 cent. Some of these coins have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars in today's market. So, what makes them special? Let's explore the story, value, and what to look out for in your 2007 Lincoln penny. Let's begin with a little background. The Lincoln 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny, has been a part of American coinage since 1909. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and that person was none other than President Abraham Lincoln. His face was chosen to honor his 100th birthday, and ever since then, he's remained a proud part of U.S. currency. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent has seen many design changes and mint variations. But today, our focus is on one particular issue, the 2007 Lincoln penny. So, what makes the 2007 Lincoln cent so special? At first glance, the 2007 penny might look like any other. It features the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, that's the front side, with the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 2007. On the reverse side is the image of the Lincoln Memorial, which had been used since 1959 to honor Lincoln's legacy. However, what most people don't know is that some of these 2007 pennies were struck with errors or rare features that make them highly collectible. And now let's break down the key things collectors look for in the 2007 Lincoln penny. First up, mint marks. These coins were minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint does not carry a mint mark. Denver pennies will have a small D under the year, and San Francisco proofs are marked with an S. Most regular circulation pennies were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, but the San Francisco ones are proof coins, struck with extra care and intended for collectors. So what's a proof coin, you ask? These are high-quality coins made with polished dies and specially prepared planchets, resulting in a beautiful mirror-like finish. If you have a 2007 penny with an S mint mark and it looks unusually shiny and sharp, you might have a proof coin in your hand, and that could be worth some money. Now let's talk about errors, which is where things get exciting. There are several known errors and varieties on the 2007 penny that can dramatically increase its value. Here are the main ones to look out for. And number 1, double die errors. This happens when the coin is struck more than once, and design details appear doubled. Look closely at the date, the lettering, or Lincoln's profile. If any of these look like they have a shadow or a second image, you might be looking at a double die, and those can be worth hundreds of dollars depending on the condition. Number 2, off-center strikes. Sometimes, the coin isn't properly aligned during minting, resulting in a part of the design being off to one side. The more off-center the strike, without losing the date, the higher the value. A good off-center 2007 penny can sell for $50 to $200 or more. Number 3, die cracks and cuts. These are raised lines or bumps on the coin caused by damaged dies. They might look like random lines across Lincoln's face or extra lumps of metal on the rim. These types of coins are especially sought after by error collectors, and depending on how dramatic the flaw is, they can fetch $30, $50, even $100 in the right market. Number 4, clipped planchets. This is when part of the coin is missing due to an error during the cutting process. A 2007 penny with a clipped planchet error can easily be worth $75 to $150, and even more if it's in good condition and verified by a grading service. Now, let's talk about coin condition, also known as grading. The value of any coin, rare or not, depends heavily on its condition. Coin collectors use a scale from poor to mint state 70. Most coins found in circulation are worn and fall into the lower grades. But if you find a 2007 penny that is uncirculated, meaning it looks brand new, no scratches, no dirt, no finger oils, it could be graded as MS60 or higher. Uncirculated 2007 pennies with mint errors have sold at auction for over $500, and rare proof coins in top condition have fetched even higher prices. Now the big question: what is your 2007 Lincoln penny worth today? A regular 2007 penny from Philadelphia or Denver that has been in circulation is generally worth just 1 cent. But, if it's in near-perfect condition, it might be worth 10 to 50 cents to the right buyer. A 2007 proof penny with an S mint mark in brilliant condition can be worth between $2 and $5, but a 2007 penny with a major error, a double die, off-center strike, or clipped planchet, can be worth anywhere from $50 to over $1,000, especially if graded by a reputable company like PCGS or NGC.so. What should you do? Start by checking your change jars, drawers, or old coin collections. Look for the year 2007 and examine those coins under a magnifying glass. Check the mint mark, inspect for errors, and compare your coin to pictures online. If you find something unique, it may be time to get it graded or appraised. You never know, one of your pennies could be worth a small fortune. Before we wrap up, here's a pro tip: if you're serious about coin collecting or selling, always try to store your coins properly. Use coin flips, holders, or albums to prevent scratching or tarnishing. The better the condition, the more valuable your coin will be. That's it for today's deep dive into the 2007 Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you enjoyed this video and want more content on rare coins, valuable pennies, and coin collecting tips, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Have you ever found a rare penny? Drop your coin story in the comments below, we'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching and happy hunting, coin collectors. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of pennies. But not just any penny, we're talking about the 2008 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin. It may look like just another copper coin to most people, but for collectors, this little piece of metal could be worth far more than just a single cent. So stick around as we uncover the story, the design, the hidden value, and the current market worth of the 2008 Lincoln penny. Let's get into it. The 2008 penny marks the final year of the classic Lincoln Memorial reverse design before the U.S. Mint launched the new reverse in 2009 to celebrate Lincoln's 200th birthday. That means the 2008 coin is the last of its kind, closing a chapter that began in 1959. This transition makes the 2008 penny a key day for collectors, especially those trying to complete a full Lincoln Memorial cent set. And now let's talk about the design. On the obverse or front side of the coin, you'll find the famous bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This portrait has appeared on every Lincoln cent since 1909. On the reverse or back of the coin, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. And if you look closely, you can even see a tiny statue of Lincoln seated inside the memorial. The 2008 penny comes in a few different versions, including those minted in Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D mint mark, and special collector's editions from San Francisco with an S mint mark in proof condition. Most circulated pennies won't be worth more than face value, but there are exceptions, and that's where things get exciting. So what makes a 2008 penny valuable? There are three main factors: condition, errors, and rarity. First, condition. Coins graded in mint state, especially those with a high grade like MS-67 or MS-68 by professional grading companies, can fetch significant prices at auction. If you find a 2008 penny that's never been used in circulation, with no scratches or wear and sharp details, it might be worth sending in for grading. A top-grade example can sell for anywhere between $5 and $100 or more, depending on demand. Second, errors. Some 2008 Lincoln cents have been discovered with interesting minting mistakes. These include double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and even coins struck on the wrong planchet. A doubled die, for example, shows a faint doubling of the date or lettering on the coin and is a favorite among error collectors. These error coins can be worth anywhere from $20 to several hundred, depending on the type and clarity of the error. Third, rarity. While billions of 2008 pennies were made, finding one in pristine condition or with a rare error is what gives it collector value. And let's not forget the proof coins from San Francisco. These coins weren't meant for circulation and have a shiny, mirror-like finish. A proof 2008's penny in perfect condition can be worth $10 to $30 or more, especially if graded as PR69 or PR70.so. What is the current market value of a 2008 Abraham Lincoln penny? For regular circulated coins, the value is generally 1 cent. But for uncirculated or mint state coins, values range from a few dollars up to 50 or more depending on condition. Error coins or rare varieties can command prices anywhere from $20 to hundreds of dollars. And proof coins, if kept in their original packaging or graded highly, usually sell between $10 and $40. Let's take a look at a few real-life examples from recent sales. A 2008 D Lincoln cent graded MS-68 by PCG is sold for over $150 at auction. A 2008 Philadelphia penny with a major off-center strike error sold for $85. And a 2008 proof penny graded PR70 Deep Cameo sold for around $40 on eBay.so. If you have a 2008 penny lying around, check it carefully. Look for sharp details, a mirror finish, and any unusual doubling or striking issues. It could be worth far more than just 1 cent. Before we wrap up, remember this: coin collecting is about more than just money. Every coin tells a story. The 2008 penny is not just the end of an era, it's a tribute to one of America's greatest presidents and a piece of everyday history you can hold in your hand. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries and market updates. And if you found a special 2008 penny, let us know in the comments below. You might just have a hidden treasure in your pocket. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and happy hunting. Where we bring you amazing coin facts, rare finds, and surprising coin values you never expected. If you've got an old penny lying around, don't go anywhere, because today's video could change your pocket change into serious cash. Today, we are diving deep into the 1987 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a coin that might seem ordinary but could be worth a small fortune. Yes, that simple copper-plated zinc penny with Lincoln's famous profile might just be a hidden treasure in your collection. Let's get started. First, a bit of background. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, designed to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse features the iconic right-facing profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This same design was carried into the 1980s, including the 1987 penny. The 1987 Lincoln penny was struck at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. You can identify the mint mark just below the year on the front of the coin. A D indicates it was minted in Denver, an S for San Francisco, and no mint mark means it was struck in Philadelphia. Now, let's talk numbers. In total, over 11 billion Lincoln pennies were minted in 1987. That sounds like a lot, and it is. So why would anyone pay more than a cent for this coin? Here's where it gets exciting. While the vast majority of 1987 pennies are worth just face value, some rare versions and error coins are highly valuable to collectors. And that's what you need to look out for. Let's break it down. 1. Mint errors. The real moneymakers. Some 1987 Lincoln pennies contain striking errors, misprints, or unusual features that can boost their value tremendously. Common valuable errors include off-center strike. If the coin's image is not centered properly and a portion of the design is missing, it can fetch anywhere from $10 to $100 depending on how far off-center the strike is. Double die errors. If you see doubled letters or numbers on the front or back of the coin, especially around in Godwe, Trust or Liberty, you may have a valuable double die error. These coins can sell from $50 up to several $100s. Clipped planchets. These are coins that were not cut correctly from the metal sheet and may have a chunk missing. These can sell for $20 to $150 based on severity and visibility of the error. No mint mark proof error. Though 1987 proof pennies were typically minted in San Francisco, there are extremely rare examples with no mint mark. These are highly sought after and could be worth over $1,000 in perfect condition. 2. Condition and grading. The higher, the better. Coin collectors pay top dollar for coins that are in mint state condition. That means no scratches, no discoloration, and sharp, detailed designs. A 1987 penny graded MS67 red or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can bring in $100 to $300 or more at auction, especially if it's a rare die variety or a beautifully struck coin with full details. Coins with a deep red luster are especially valuable. The redder and shinier the penny, the more desirable it is. 3. Coin composition. A quick note: in 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the penny from 95% copper to copper-plated zinc. By 1987, all pennies were made of the zinc core with a copper coating. So while your 1987 penny is not a solid copper coin, it still holds potential value if it's rare or in pristine condition. Let's look at recent sales and auctions. Here are some real-world examples of 1987 pennies selling for big bucks. A 1987 D penny with an off-center strike sold for $150 on eBay. A 1987 P penny graded MS68 red by PCGS sold for over $300 at auction. A double die 1987 penny in high grade sold for $450 due to its rarity and eye appeal. A proof 1987 S coin in a rare no mint mark error sold for over $1,200 on heritage auctions. These are just a few cases proving that a simple-looking penny can hold surprising value. So how do you know if your 1987 penny is valuable? Here's what to do: examine it under a magnifying glass for any errors or unusual features. Check the coin's color. Is it bright red and shiny? That's a good sign. Look at the details. Are Lincoln's hair and beard lines crisp? Are the letters sharp and clean? Check for off-center strikes or unusual shapes. If in doubt, get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Conclusion: don't underestimate the power of the penny. The 1987 Lincoln cent may seem common, but a rare error or high-grade condition can make it worth hundreds, or even more. Always check your change, search those old coin jars, and don't overlook those little copper coins. You never know when you might find a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video and want more rare coin facts and values, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Got a rare coin? Drop a comment and let us know, we might feature it in our next video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy coin hunting! Where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2011 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. At first glance, it may seem like just another common coin, but some of these pennies can actually be worth a lot of money depending on their condition, rarity, and unique features. So make sure to watch this video till the end because you might just discover that you have a small fortune hiding in your coin jar. Let's start with a little background. The 2011 penny features the classic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse or front side. This iconic design by Victor David Brenner has been used since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. On the reverse side of the 2011 penny, we have the Union Shield design, which symbolizes the unity of the United States. This design replaced the Lincoln bicentennial reverses that were issued in 2009 and has remained in circulation ever since. And now here's where things get interesting. Most 2011 pennies are made of a zinc core with a thin copper coating. They were struck at two main mints, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia minted coins have no mint mark, while the Denver ones carry a small D mint mark under the year. But what really drives up the value of these coins are special factors like mint errors, proof versions, and high-grade uncirculated conditions. Let's talk about coin grading. If your 2011 penny is in circulated condition, it's likely worth only face value, just 1 cent. But if you have an uncirculated example in pristine condition, especially one graded MS67 or higher by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, its value can jump significantly. Some high-grade examples have sold for $5 to $20, and in rare cases, even more at auctions, but the real money lies in mint errors. Keep an eye out for things like double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, or coins struck on the wrong planchet. A 2011 penny with a dramatic off-center error or a double die obverse could fetch between $50 to a few $100 depending on the severity and demand from collectors. These types of errors are not extremely common, which is exactly what makes them so desirable. Another rare type of 2011 penny is the proof version. These were not made for circulation but were specially struck for collectors with a mirror-like finish. They were produced at the San Francisco Mint and carry an S Mint mark. If you happen to come across a 2011 S-proof penny, especially in its original packaging or graded as PR69 or PR70, you're looking at a coin that can be worth $10 to $50 or even more depending on market trends. Let's take a quick look at some recent sales. In 2023, a 2011 D penny with a beautiful red luster and graded MS68 sold for around $100 at a well-known online auction. Another example, a 2011 S-proof penny graded PR70 Deep Cameo, sold for just under $75. And a 2011 penny with a striking double die error sold for over $200 to a passionate error coin collector. So what should you do if you think you have a valuable 2011 penny? First, inspect it closely under good lighting. Use a magnifying glass to look for errors or anything unusual. Check for the mint mark and examine the coin's condition. If it appears to be in exceptional shape or has an unusual feature, consider getting it graded by a professional service. It may cost a little upfront, but if your coin turns out to be a rare gem, it could be worth it. In conclusion, while most 2011 Abraham Lincoln pennies are still only worth a cent, there are some hidden treasures out there. Whether it's an uncirculated coin in mint state, a rare proof version, or an incredible mint error, your penny could be worth a lot more than you think. So take a second look before spending that pocket change. You never know when a simple coin could turn into a valuable collector's item. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, hidden treasures, and valuable finds, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or have a 2011 coin you want us to look at. We love hearing from our viewers.